Hey, what is up? Sheepdogs, Ryan G here,
and Tiffany in the house. So, close the door, please. Kids, man.
Kids, you wish you could just hit them with a stick.
Yes.
But then the neighbors come, the neighbors call the cops, and it turns into this big ordeal.
Turns out bad. Lincoln, close the door.
Jeff Tabor, I like this guy. He says G-Money time.
You know what? G-Money.
I was thinking about legally changing my name, Tiffany.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Legally changing my name. You guys tell me what you think about this, because I'm going to do it.
Tell me you have something better to do with your time than...
Oh, my gosh. You know how fast this would take? I could get our assistant to do this for me, probably virtually.
Oh, my gosh.
Ryan Greatness Thomas.
You're not doing it. You're not.
Boom.
So, I mean, they're already calling you greatest of all time, and then they go, and Tiff.
And Tiff.
And Tiff. Ryan, hi,
Kyle
Ryan.
says do it. Nice.
Do it. Oh, gosh. No, I think you need to stick with Grover because I think it's really funny that you think you're Ryan G. Money, greatness, and you're Grover. No,
it is greatness. Greatness. Ken has a very weird comment here.
Okay, what?
Tiffany, your makeup is spot on.
Oh, my gosh. I love you, Ken, because this is actually last night's makeup, believe it or not. Yeah, because I worked so long today.
How long did you work?
I don't know, like 12 hours, 13 hours.
She worked 13 hours. She thinks that's a long time. People in Asia are working like 18, 20 hours a day, and they're like 7 years old, Tiffany.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan. When was the last time you were in Asia? Like never? Exactly. So how can you talk about it?
National Geographic.
So and I was thinking before I came on the live, I was like, I should really run upstairs and check my makeup. But I'm like, you know what? Pretty sure, this is going to sound rude, but I was like, pretty sure strippers do this all the time.
Yeah, there's no standard, Tiffany.
Like you just kind of like sleep with it on and then wake up and
it's
you're
dark
good.
in a strip club anyway.
Yeah,
I
I'm really lucky because some people get really bad skin if they leave their makeup on. That's not me. So I can leave my makeup on and then wake up looking this great. Yeah. That's right. This great.
Awesome. Hey, man. More power to you.
And I don't have any like breakouts or anything, so I'm super lucky.
So we are live right now for the very first time on Clubhouse. We have
Clubhouse.
No one listening.
0 people. So, because I don't even know what this Clubhouse thing is. I mean, there's so many new things out there. It's hard to keep track of them all. So tell us what it is, Ryan.
Clubhouse is just like, imagine if you just had like a conversation between 2 friends and there's just a phone recording the conversation. That's basically it. So it's pretty dope. It's kind of like podcasting, but raw.
It sounds like something the Clintons would do. Listen in on people's
the Clintons
phone conversations.
Don't want evidence of anything. All right? And if you have evidence on the Clintons, you're probably going to die from an accident.
Accidental.
Yeah, from an accident.
Okay.
All right, so what's up, Kyle? What's up, Michelle? Can't get on Clubhouse if you don't have an invite code.
Yes.
Yep, I had to ask people for an invite code. Yep.
Yeah, but there's, I think, more and more people on, so I think you can do like what Ryan did and just
ask.
Make a post on Facebook and be like, hey, can somebody invite me on Clubhouse and one of your friends?
Yeah, you get 5 invites, so I'll sell them a handgun.
Oh, is that all you get is 5?
You get 5, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 5 per person, yep.
Forever? Or is that like renew after like
No, so all they're trying to do right now is test the system and like make sure it works so they don't
though.
scale fast enough.
Because then you can, wait, Ryan's makeup looks really good too.
I only put on makeup on Saturday nights.
Oh, shit.
Okay, only on Saturday nights.
This is what pisses me off. I'm in the bathroom. I'm like straightening my hair, plucking my eyebrows, checking my, nose hairs, doing all this stuff. And then Ryan walks in, right? He comes, he grabs a toothbrush, he goes, and walks out. And I'm like, you dirty, rotten scoundrel.
It's hard to be this good looking.
Oh, be quiet.
It's a challenge. Like, it's a real burden. It's an emotional burden, Tiffany.
Would you stop? This is why you can't change your middle name to Greatness, because you would be even more annoying than you are now, is my opinion.
Okay, so Canic TP9 FXX 97249, who needs a shorter, easier name for us all to say, says that his wife wants to shoot bowling pins at the range. Would you shoot a bowling pin? Of course I would.
That would be super cool.
You just got to know it's going to make a mess.
Yeah, and I guess that's all it would do, because I was going to say it's not going to ricochet.
It's not going to ricochet.
That hard. But that would be super cool if somebody did that. You could have like legit bowling game.
Yeah.
So Ryan and I used to play. I think it's Birchwood Casey has like the big targets like this that are Battleship. Those are super sweet because you can go there with your girlfriend or whatever and shoot out, see who can sink each other's ships first. It's fun.
It is fun.
Especially if you go kind of far out.
But you also, it's fun because it's a good challenge.
Yeah.
But you also have to be very accurate. I mean, you're shooting at like a quarter size spot you got to hit.
It's smaller than a quarter. It's almost the size of a dime. So, I mean, it's fun to be able to see if you can, so you can find those on.
But whatever.
It's not the size of a quarter. Stop correcting me. Do you guys notice that he's always correcting me? He always has to be right.
Because you're Canadian. You guys have lower education system.
However, we did celebrate our 15th anniversary on what, Thursday?
Thursday.
So I made it through 15 years with him correcting me.
Just trying not to smile or anything. It was fun. So we went to this hotel in downtown Tampa. Yeah. Beautiful, the Marriott waterfront.
The Marriott. There's two Marriotts side by side. One of them is
because that makes sense.
No, because one of them is the JW that's like $700 a night, and then there's the other one that's like $200. But if you have Expedia points, it's only $125.
Oh, nice.
Which is what I did.
Nice.
So
and then we took the towels, the sheets, and all the pillows, so we break even.
It was nice to get away just for the night and kind of bum around downtown and Riverwalk, right?
Yeah.
And now that Tampa has the scooters, super duper fun.
Yeah, we rode around on those scooters for a long time.
Okay, thank you very much, Marcel.
Yeah, thanks, Marcel. We appreciate you, bud.
He must have changed his name on here, right? Because last time it was always weird.
Ting Ting says, happy 15 years in Ryan's prison.
Yes, I know. Isn't that rude? I saw that after the fact. If I would have saw that on the live, because after the fact, when I saw that, I was kind of mad. And then I'm like, Tiff, why are you being mad? He's a jokester. That's what he does. My feelings were a little hurt.
Oh my gosh,
because,
are you for real?
Serious, yeah, because...
Sensitive Tiffany.
No, because I feel like, honestly, I've been the one in prison.
Probably.
I feel like
I've
got
the worst
in
end of the stick here.
Guantanamo Bay here.
Oh my gosh, let's calm down.
Dealing with Ryan's
Guantanamo Bay is where they put terrorists, Tiffany. And then you're comparing our marriage to terrorism.
He tells me that poor guy's been in prison for 15 years, yet he has never cooked a meal, never done a load of laundry, and never done a dish in 15 years.
You're so full of it.
I would say you have it pretty good. Okay, wait. My wife is Thai, and she was wondering if you were the same. No, I'm actually French and Belgium, so I'm not Thai. I wish I was, though, because I really love Thai food, and it would be great if I knew how to cook it properly. What? Oh, you got a joke there.
I can't say it.
Hold the joke. Yeah, Tom Cigar says feelings. What are those? I know, right? I'm not supposed to have feelings.
On Friday, what was it, Friday? We went to dinner with some of our friends that donated $1,000 to help Bruno. It was really awesome. They wanted us to keep their names and stuff private, so we will. And,
but it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Because, we put it out there, right? If you donate $1,000, we're going to go for dinner with you. And there was 2 people, right? Because him and Dustin?
3, but one of them lives in California.
Oh, one of them lives in California. So, you don't know these people from
we don't know.
From Adam.
Like, are you going to show up and be a swinger and be like, hey, buddy, you look really handsome?
It's just, no, but you just have no idea, right? Or you could go and it could be like pulling teeth, right? You ever sit down with those people? They're nice.
Right?
It's not like they're not nice people.
But it's like, so what do you think about the economy?
But it's like one-word answers and it's kind of awkward and stuff like that. But it turns out these people were awesome. Actually, I felt like they were just like us.
And honestly, what was crazy, because I didn't expect it to happen, I actually feel like we could be long-term friends with them.
Yes, which doesn't happen, all the time, where you like both of them. Like, sometimes maybe the girl is weird or the boy is weird, or, you just don't click. But we totally clicked with them. I think we ended up staying for 4 hours, legit 4-hour-long dinner. We went at 7. We didn't get out till 11. And honestly, I
didn't know it was 4 hours.
If I didn't have a babysitter or whatever, I would have been like, hey, let's go for drinks. So
it's a good thing that we clicked with them very well, because afterwards, Tiffany thought she was texting her sister and ended up texting them.
Yeah. So, you sometimes you do that. I don't do it very often, but I texted my sister right away because I looked at my clock and I'm like, 4 hours. I told her we'll probably be like 2 to 3 hours, right? Because I'm thinking dinner, whatever. So I said, I'm so sorry that it took so long. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, but at least we had good company. And then I'm waiting for her to respond, and I look, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just texted the couple that we just left with. And I'm like rereading that text like,
like, what did I say?
And then I read it. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, I'm so sorry. That was for my sister because I told her that, we were only expecting to be gone a few hours. But anyway, that was because I had a glass of wine. Yeah. Just one glass. I don't even know if I finished the last sip, but I am such a lightweight that I just do stupid stuff, with one glass. So, yeah. That's
like
it.
Married, like Tiffany literally shotgunned a beer before she walked down the aisle with me. So is that what you had? You do stupid stuff when you drink?
I had to do that. My nerves.
You were stressed, man.
I was so stressed.
I was solid.
I know you were. You knew you landed a great choice. I
got a
mean,
good one.
You knew you hit the jackpot.
But you didn't.
I was
very
like
skeptical. I got to get drunk before I do this.
I've already screwed up one marriage. Yeah, it was pretty freaky.
Okay, Chris is on here. What's up, Chris?
Chris. Oh, yeah. Awesome. So somebody on here said, been married for 38 years.
Yeah, Marcel said that. And then somebody else I just saw said they've been married for 38 years. It's really awesome.
That's super encouraging.
There's so many people that just get divorced so fast. And listen, I'm not ragging on you if you get divorced.
I got divorced after 8 months. The first time, however, he cheated and got another girl pregnant. So that was like
it's pretty much a deal breaker.
Yeah, exactly.
But, we have a goal to be married and let our kids see us married forever. That's part of our goal.
Well, when we went to marriage counseling, probably like 5 years ago, that was one of the things that Ryan and I both really took from this was, there was a couple things, but this was one of the major things. He says, you have a shot to show your kids what it's like to have parents that are married for a lifetime. Show them what that marriage looks like and that it is possible. And that really resonated with both of us. And we were like, we could probably do this. Let's stick it out a little longer. The other big thing that I've learned from wanting to divorce Ryan several times over the years, like several, is the fact that it always gets better. Just like anything, if you just go through that bad time, it never stays. What does it say? Like there's two things certain in life that...
There are two things that are never permanent.
Never permanent.
Success and failure.
Success and failure. So if you're failing in your marriage now, like Ryan and I were multiple times... It won't stay that way if you both work on it. Eventually, you will, love each other again and be best friends again. And then you may hit a hard time again, but at least you know that it won't last forever. And there'll be a point in time where you'll like each other again.
I want to know who this guy Ken is.
What?
Ken says his wife, my queen, on the cheese board of life. She's my queen on the cheese board of life.
Chessboard, Ryan. You can't read.
Oh, that makes more sense.
That is so awesome.
I was thinking cheese board. That's kind of a weird thing to say.
Ken, you're romantic. You know what I told Ryan the other day? Because Ryan has zero romance. Like when I say zero, I'm talking zero. I said just one day, I want you to try to be as romantic as possible just to see what happens. Like actually put in effort. Will you do that? We can talk about it on the live. Commit to it. Commit to it on the live right now. Commit to it. Say it.
I'm not committing to anything.
Do it.
So that means I got to read one of those like really raunchy books or whatever.
No, I didn't say be.
Ryan walked in and ripped the shirt off his chest.
That's not what
his hair was His one hair was glistening on his chest.
His one stomach hair that he keeps. No. Okay, listen to this. Kathy's been 50 years in January married.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Holy smokes, Kathy. You win. You win.
That's awesome.
Sharon has been married 25 years. Awesome. I love this.
Yeah.
So great to see. Are we getting any questions? Because aren't you guys getting tired of hearing us talk?
Does that go back to practice?
If you have any questions at all, go ahead and put them in here. Hi, Jennifer Becker.
Somebody asked me about an SBR a second ago. They said, if you're going to get an SBR, do you have to get the paperwork first, a tax stamp? Yeah, that's kind of the point, is you have to file, if you're going to manufacture a short barrel rifle, it's called a Form 1. You have to complete that, submit it, get it approved, which most Form 1s are getting approved in like 30 to 60 days. So it's pretty fast. but you can't even buy the parts that you're going to use to build the SBR until after you get that letter. If you buy the parts without the letter, it's called a constructive felony, and it is a very big deal. So do not buy anything.
Don't do
you
that.
got to get approval first. Then you can, unless it's a pistol, right? Like if you have an AR pistol, you're going to convert into an SBR. Just don't buy or have the stock laying around until you actually have the paperwork.
Okay, we have hi from Antarctica. So cool.
That's not Antarctica. That's Arcadia.
This. Listen to what Joe says.
Hold on. Are we both like the worst readers in the freaking world?
Ryan saves his romance for himself.
It's probably true, Joe. That's probably true, buddy.
Okay, Tom's been married. Tom Cigar's been married 20-some years, he says. 20-something years. Tom, you better figure that out. Don't say that to your wife.
Okay, Florida Free Living says, can you carry a handgun in the car without a license? Yes. Legally, you're allowed to have a firearm in your vehicle as long as you're 18 years old or older, and the firearm is either securely encased or not readily accessible for immediate use. I have lots of videos to talk about this, but go watch one of those videos.
If you search the channel, Tampa Carry Gun in Car or Tampa Carry Car, it'll pop up right away. Ryan has a great video on that. Thank you so much, Jess. We appreciate that. She said, question, is it legal for me to buy a gun and give it as a gift? Or do I have to have them fill out some paperwork to be legal? We both live in Florida. No, you can legally buy someone a gift. You can fill out the paperwork and take it home and actually wrap it up and give it to them. The only thing is you need to make sure that you said you both live in Florida, that they're over the age of 18 years old, and that they are legally allowed to have a firearm in the state of Florida.
To the best of your knowledge.
To the best of your knowledge. They're not a felon. They don't have, a domestic violence charge against them, things like that. So if you know that they're allowed to have a firearm, if they can go to the store themselves and buy it with no problem, then you are allowed to purchase a gun. The kids and I do it for Ryan all the time. We purchase a gun, and then we bring it home, we wrap it up, and then we give it to him as a gift. You don't have to do anything else.
We just learned one more thing about Ting Ting that makes her the greatest follower that we have.
She already is.
Ting Ting says, I beat the stuffings out of mine, her man, when I found him cheating on me.
Yeah.
Anger got me a restraining order. Paying hospital bills and legal fees, never cheat on me. Yeah. Hashtag Ting Ting ain't taking no shit.
Yeah, we still need to make that shirt. I'm making that t-shirt.
Okay, but here's the shirt Tiffany decided to make this week. So then she springs on me and says, we're going to have a contest to see who likes Team Ryan better or Team Tiffany better. And she makes a shirt, tells me about this, and I said, well, do you have a shirt for me? And she goes, no, I didn't. I'm not making one for you. And I was like, wow. You're a real scumbag.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to win.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Orlando's on here.
Orlando, what's up?
Thank you, Orlando. We appreciate that. Okay, him and Ninny have been married 34 years. And they were boyfriend and girlfriend for 5 years. So they basically been together for 40 years. That is a long time.
Or
and
39.
Orlando has a crazy story of why, he had a crazy attack.
Yeah, so they were going to kill him. He really thought that this guy had him and Ninny kneeling on the ground and said, look
she
at
was
your
pregnant, right?
8 months pregnant. Look at your wife so that when I shoot you, you're looking at her when you go to heaven.
Man.
Like, that's a crazy thing to hear from somebody.
Yeah.
And again, I have a video about him and his story. It's called like Homestead Execution or something like that. You can see it.
Yeah, you guys got to watch that video. It's very well done. Okay, wait, Miles said toddler been shot. Can you elaborate on that? I'd like to know. Okay, Joe from Life in Perspective. Oh,
hey, thanks, Joe.
Thank you very much. I thought he said something, but he just did the pair.
Okay, Jason says, Ryan, your thoughts on a backpack truck PDW? Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think if that's something you want to do, whatever. There have been several points in my life when I did carry a PDW in my vehicle or a carbine in my vehicle. When that gang was threatening to murder us, I carried a rifle everywhere I went. And like when the riots were happening, not the Trump riots, like during the Obama era when we were having riots. So stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Now, I probably wouldn't. It would have to get pretty bad for me to start carrying a carbine again. But it's all up to you, man. It's up to you. This is America. We're allowed to pretty much do whatever we want, right?
Yep. Okay, Bill Emmerich has a good question. He said, could being in reasonable fear for your life be relative to your medical condition?
Yeah, Bill, that's really the entire point. And that's why it is such a challenging thing. So when the courts are making it, so first let's talk about what reasonable belief is. Reasonable belief has to be viewed in two ways, objectively and subjectively. So you as the victim have to subjectively look at this situation and say, you know what? I am going to die within seconds. I am going to be the victims of great bodily harm within seconds. I'm going to be the victim of a forcible felony within seconds. So that's your subjective belief. But then the jury has to be able to look through the situation through your eyes and say, you know what, based on your health condition, whoever you are as a person, and say, you know what, if I was Bill Emmerich and I had this condition and I got hit or pushed like that, I would think I was about to die. So here's the best example that I can think of. A young, healthy person who's 25 years old. If a young, healthy 25-year-old gets punched in the face, statistically, they are not going to die from getting punched in the face. Right. It is not going to happen. Well, so
it might happen, but
here's the point.
Chances are it won't.
More than, I think we can all agree, more than, there are 400 million people in America. How many people would you think, Tiffany, get punched in the face every year in America? 400 million people that live in this country. Would you say conservatively it's a 10 million people get punched in the face?
Sure.
Okay. Let's make it even more conservative and say that there's only 1 million people get punched in the face.
Okay.
Can we all agree and say that it is definitely more than
1 million?
That?
Sure.
How many people get punched or kicked and die from it every single year? 672. Okay. So out of 1 million people that get punched or kicked, 672 people die. If the number is 1 million, that is less than 1%. I think we can all agree it's probably higher than 10 million, higher than 20, probably higher than 50 million people get punched or kicked. Does that make sense? So it's a very, very small amount. If you're a healthy person, you are not going to die from getting punched. However, we had a student one time, he said, Ryan, he was 25 or 26. He said, I've had 2 strokes in my life. He had 1 stroke and he's broken his neck 2 times.
Okay.
He said, Ryan, if I get punched in the face, there's a good chance I'm going to break my neck and it's going to cause some severe damage.
Right. Sure.
And I said, based on your medical condition, I would think it would be reasonable to believe you were in fear of imminent death because you have a medical issue.
Right.
Right. So hopefully that helps answer your question, Bill.
Yeah. Okay. Here's Katora's reposting this for Michael because we probably missed it a few times. Ryan, is it legal to concealed carry on an Indian reservation or Indian-owned casino property? I know Indian reserves are considered foreign countries. So are the casinos. They fall under what their
I don't think they're considered foreign countries. I'm pretty sure they fall under the laws of Florida.
No, it doesn't. They have their own. They have their own thing.
I understand they have their own thing, but they're still under the jurisdiction of Florida.
Yeah.
So basically the bottom line is nobody knows. It has not gone to court yet, so we don't know. So you're basically rolling the dice if you're bringing a handgun concealed into a Indian casino.
I would say no, especially since it's not a place of nuisance, but with the drinking and I don't know.
That's not a place of nuisance. You're confusing yourself.
No, I know what I'm saying. I said it's not a place of nuisance. Did I not say that? It's not a place of nuisance, but they also, a lot of their money comes from serving alcohol, whatever. I think that it's a no from what I've read because several people have asked us in the group, and I know that they have kind of their own rules. So, okay, when the Pulse Club night shooting happened, I carried my AK everywhere. Yeah, that was a crazy...
That was crazy.
It was a crazy shooting because it was crazy to see after the different places that he scoped out, right? And one of them was Disney Springs, which was super crazy for us because of how much we go to Disney Springs. So it was whoa.
That shooter went to Disney Springs. Then he went to City Walk, which is at Universal, right?
City Walk.
And then he went to Pulse. So, I mean, that could have easily been, a very different shooting. And a lot of people blamed that on he was attacking homosexuals or the LGBT community. Turns out he was just a psychopath jihadist
that
just wanted to murder people.
That was close for whatever reason.
And had a lot of people.
That place caught his eye. Maybe that was on his way home from scoping out one of the places, and he was like, oh, right there. Who knows what it was, but super crazy that happened. Okay, we love you guys. Amazing content. Oh, thank you so much, Orlando. We appreciate you. And Nini, too.
Okay, Dan says, what is your opinion on the Arex Delta Gen 1 for concealed carry? Thanks. My wife and I watch all your shows. Enjoy the back and forth banter. Okay, I'm glad somebody likes it.
Toddler shot in Cedric County, Kansas. So I'll have to look up that story. But let me guess, another person who did not lock away their firearm and left it available for a kid to grab.
Yeah.
That makes me so sad.
Okay, so I really like the Arex Delta. I think it's a very, very high-quality gun for a very inexpensive, affordable price, which I think you really can't beat. City Walk has metal detectors. Now they have metal detectors, Ken. And Disney Springs put in metal detectors. But back in the day, you could just walk in. I have been bringing guns into Disney Springs for 15 years.
Yeah, they just changed it, though.
Yeah, this metal detector thing started. Listen, I used to bring a handgun into the Lightning Stadium for a game.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably shouldn't say that. This is before I started teaching concealed carry classes.
Gosh,
but
it actually is, yeah.
There were no metal detectors back then. In fact, what started the incident at the Lightning Stadium was a military guy brought a handgun into the stadium, left it sitting on the toilet, went back to his seat, somebody came and found it, and then he got arrested and got in trouble.
Yep.
So,
exactly. Alan says he's going to be your student soon. Awesome. Make sure you tell Ryan that you caught him on the live.
Yeah.
Okay, Arthur Parker wants to know, what is your best 9mm gun other than a Glock 19?
My best is probably my HK VP9. I really love it. I also really like this T-Sauce that we bought. So it's that gun out of Turkey. It's basically like an XD clone. Which is pretty neat.
Yeah, but
Paid
you haven't
$250.
shot it that much, though, to actually recommend it. You haven't shot it that much. You have to shoot something more than that.
I like it.
Okay.
$250 is pretty cheap. Only crappy part is that it takes SIG 226 mags, which are super expensive.
Oh, yeah. But can you get the Mechar mags, the knockoff ones?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
The Mechars are like half price, so. Okay, we got RV Dog. What's up?
Okay, so Will A. Is it smart to inform homeowners insurance company of gun ownership, and how does that affect gun owner privacy?
Will, that is a great question.
Yeah, it is a good question. The bottom line is your homeowner's insurance doesn't care.
Cover your
There's
guns,
already
though.
a provision inside of your homeowner's insurance policy that does not protect reimbursement of firearms. So back in the day, we got a insurance policy, and I said, I want $75,000 of personal property on this insurance policy. So I got it. I paid for it. And then like a year later, I found out, I have $75,000 of personal property protection. It doesn't cover guns.
It doesn't cover guns. So let me ask you this then. Does it also not cover anything gun related, like a firearm accident?
I don't know.
Yeah. So a lot of them have provisions in there. You'll have to look that talk about stuff like that. So you have to buy it outside of the policy or upgrade it, add it to the policy. It's not that they won't do it. It's just you have to like pay extra on the side, basically.
But it's for each gun.
Yeah.
So when we were getting this new house, I just asked the insurance agent. I'm already on the phone with her. Like, what do you do for guns?
So this is another different company.
And she said you would have to have a policy on each gun that you have. And I said, I'm not going to do that. Like, number one, we don't have that much time, lady.
Okay, so Sharon says, Ryan, you have too many guns. You will have to give me half. President says so.
Yeah, you sound like Biden, huh?
Yeah. You have too much money. I think you need to share it with me.
You have been too successful. We are going to take your stuff.
Okay, wait. So Ken says, I personally think that it's none of their business to the homeowner's policy. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
It should be none of your business. And unless it's like something illegal, like drugs, they should cover it. Like, I understand them saying, like, okay, yeah, your house burnt down and you had $250,000 worth of marijuana. We are not going to cover that. I understand that. However, if you have something that is completely legal for you to own, that you obtained legally, they should have no right to not protect you for that.
But it's also a free market, right? So
I know.
Some insurance companies are going to cover it, some aren't, and it's a free market system. I don't need the government like dictating to businesses what they have to do.
Oh, very cool. Thank you, Gene. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks,
He said
Gene.
that he went to Bunker Depot on Friday. It was well worth the trip from Bradenton. Awesome.
Nice.
That's wonderful. Okay, wait. So here's what happened to the kid. Thank you, Kathy. A child and mother was leaving after an altercation, and the child was shot where their bullet went through the vehicle.
Man, that's a crappy story.
Oh, so like she was trying to get away from someone, and then they accidentally shot the toddler. Ooh, that's too bad. What?
So Bruce says, will they cover power tools or sport equipment?
Yes.
Then Why not my cordless hole punchers?
This is true. That's what I'm going to call it.
My Glock identifies as a DeWalt drill.
Yeah, that is very true. Okay. Christopher Owen wants to know a best sling for an AR-15. Okay, let me ask you this, because you used to always buy 2-point slings, and then you moved then you moved to a 1-point.
No.
Okay, other way around. Ryan always had a 1-point sling, then he moved to a 2-point sling. What made you move to a 2-point sling? When
I went to that Larry Vickers class, which was a 2-day tactical pistol carbine course, I asked Larry that question. Now listen, if you guys don't know, Larry Vickers is a retired Delta Force operator. He has killed more people than I have slept with.
Well, that's
which is not a challenge for most people, but still, he's accomplished that goal. So I asked him that question. I said, like, what's the deal, man? Like, some people at this course are rocking 2-point, some are rocking single point. Like, what's your opinion? And basically what he said was, with a single point, the gun is falling straight down at the 12 o'clock position, right? So it's kind of in your way if you're trying to climb up a ladder, climb up a building,
it can get
crawl
in the
down,
way,
whatever. But he said with a 2-point, I ended up buying after that class the Viking Tactics or Vickers 2-point sling. It's pretty badass. Now I own a couple of them, and it's very easy to ratchet it very close and tight to your body.
Yes.
So when you're doing other stuff like transitioning to a pistol, that gun is not bouncing around as much.
Yeah.
So like with the 1-point, there's nothing you can do. That gun is bouncing around.
You're taller. For shorter people, a 1-point is even worse. Like it's like hanging down to my knees.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's very hard to do anything if you did have to, like, run or do some kind of maneuver.
And what's cool, like what Larry was kind of teaching us when you do your carbine pistol transition, is you're basically, so you're shooting the carbine, right? And then it gets slide bolt lock. You freaking throw it, and Larry would throw the rifle so it almost like ended up on his back.
Right.
And then he would grab his pistol, and it was like, holy crap, dude, what the hell was that?
Right.
But that was the strategy. Get the guns empty.
Get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way, and get your handgun out.
Yeah, Blue Force gear is good too. Yeah.
Okay, so Blue Force gear is who makes all the Viking Tactics or Larry Vickers slings.
Okay, because I remember we used to sell a lot
Yeah,
of
so
them
they
at the gun
partnered
store.
together. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, you were cool. Was Ting Ting military? Ting Ting, were you military?
Probably. I could see Ting Ting in charge of the gulag.
Yeah, I love Ting Ting. And we got Katora back, and then
okay. So Just Vanta says, "Is a Glock 43X a great choice for my first time owning a Glock overall?"
I think so.
Yeah, I think the 43X is a pretty amazing gun.
If you're looking for a concealed carry gun. If you're looking for a home gun or like a range shooting gun, then the 19, I would say the 19.
But even the 43X is a good option for shooting at the range. It's very soft shooting. It's easy.
Okay. Just saying, if you're going to have a range and home gun, you might as well have more.
If you want to make it through another 15 years, don't roll your eyes at me.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes, Ryan, this is where I check the clock. Like, how much longer do I have to sit here and pretend that I like
Thanks,
you?
Dan.
Question.
Don't like Glocks, spongy triggers. Okay, yeah, you get used to it,
you know what? Some people, they're not for everybody. We definitely get that. But Ryan's a Glock. Ryan's a Glock lover.
Glock lover.
Glock lover. Okay.
Do you guys remember, if you watch The Office, do you remember when Michael Scott was setting up his dating profile? And he put his like screen name was Little Kid Lover. And he said, I just want everybody to know where I stand.
Not a
awesome.
Not a good thing.
Okay, so Miles Rose. In the video of the man coming out of the store and shaving the older man down, okay? The guy down shot the dude, had the aggressor began to beat the old guy. Oh,
did you post a video?
I think this is talking about the Michael Draka shooting. Miles.
Oh, okay,
That's what
gotcha.
they're talking about.
Okay, gotcha.
The guy who fell down, Michael Draka, shot Marquise.
Yeah, in the
had
chest.
The aggressor began to beat on the old guy. Could he have used deadly force, and would it be legal? First, Miles, I have like a dozen videos explaining that one incident in much more intricate detail than I have time to go over right now. But the bottom line is, based on what we know, okay, and this is a great point to what Bill Emmerich was saying earlier. The reason I didn't share much of an opinion about that shooting until the trial is because the one big thing that we didn't know is Michael Draka's medical history.
Right.
because that could have easily been a reasonable belief of imminent death, great bodily harm, or forcible felony.
I agree.
We just didn't know. Yeah. And Draco played this whole thing that he was this like elderly, very sick, very frail old man.
He wasn't.
We found out during the trial that was all false.
Yeah.
He had no medical conditions, no health stuff. And frankly, he was just a person who wanted to go shoot somebody.
Yeah, this guy was just waiting for something to happen.
But on the flip side, Marquise was a person with massive anger issues.
Yeah.
Who totally thought it was okay because this was repeat behavior to just randomly attack and hurt people.
Yeah.
So it was like the perfect storm, right?
It was, yeah.
You have a very violent person, Marquise, and a person who wants to be very violent, Michael Draca.
Yeah.
They now collide, and one person ends up dead, another person's in prison for 30 years, 20 years.
Both of them have zero self-control, and both of them do not have the correct mindset. Yeah. So that was the perfect storm. So your question was, if he would have gotten on top and started beating him again, then it's going to depend. Is it like are you smashing his head or are you just punching him? So there's so many different things. Well, I think once you start smashing someone's head against
kill him.
Pavement, it's not going to be long before you're knocked out, you're bleeding. So that's going to be different than somebody getting you on the ground and kind of wrestling around. If you're just wrestling around, you're
not going to die from wrestling.
You're not going to die from wrestling around.
The judge in that case made one of the most powerful closing statements I've ever seen. He said, the bottom line was Michael Draca's only option to stay alive to pull out his gun and shoot Marquise?
No.
And the answer to that question is no.
Yeah.
And frankly, that's a question we have to ask ourselves. As we play, we don't want to ask that question in the moment because you're never going to make a good decision. You have to ask that question now as you play the what would I do if game.
Yeah.
So in a situation like that, you get pushed to the ground, you get punched. Yeah. Is your only option to stay alive to pull out your gun and shoot?
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, then shoot them.
Yeah.
But you have to know that there's going to be probably pretty severe consequences, whether you're justified or not.
You're going to have to, explain it to people. Okay, wait. So Jess says, I love Glocks, but I'm in a 1911 phase. Yeah. Cool.
1911s are awesome, man.
Everybody should have, at least one, but a few. Okay, Michael says, Ryan, do you prefer the Ruger 5.7?
Hold on a second. So 400 says, zero self-control. The guy literally was about to attack his girlfriend. 400, that's just not true. So
he was just yelling at her, which we see happen all the time.
So I watched every second of that trial. I know every detail of this case.
Yeah.
Brittany Jacobs, according to the only eyewitness in that parking lot, Brittany rolled her window down and started screaming at Michael Draca, my man is going to F you up.
Yeah.
Brittany was the initial aggressor.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's the bottom line. And even if Draca is there yelling at her, you're not allowed to push people for that. So that it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I don't think that Draco was in the right at all.
No,
but
three people were wrong.
But he definitely wasn't going to attack the girlfriend. He was yelling at her. Guess what? We see that happen all the time. You go to Walmart, you'll see it almost every day because you see all that kind of crap at Walmart all the time. You will see men yelling at women, women yelling at men. You'll see all that kind of stuff. People lose their mind right away. But he definitely wasn't, attacking the girl. And she was in her car. She can easily just close her window and ignore him. I mean, that's what I would have done. But anyway, Michael wants to know if you prefer the Ruger 5.7 or the Rock Island Armory 22. So, I mean, it just depends. Like, what are you looking for? Because those are two different.
I would not ever own a Rock Island.
You're not a fan of
firearm.
Rock Island,
So I wouldn't. I would never own one. So that's off the table. Not interested. The Ruger 5.7, I frankly probably wouldn't own that either. I would just buy the 5.7. I owned a 5.7 pistol. I ended up selling it because we were going through some money stuff.
Probably a lot more, I'm guessing.
Probably, but this is not my thing, right?
But FN makes nice guns, so that is a very nice gun, the FN 5.7. Yeah. Okay, Howard wants to know, is lifting your shirt as defensive displayed to deter an aggressor considered brandishing in Florida? Yes, it would be. The only time you're allowed to actually show your firearm in aggression is if you are legally allowed to actually pull the trigger, basically. So they have to be, you have to be in fear for your life. They have to be committing a forcible felony. So it's the same terms for, can I use my firearm to shoot, is the same that you're gonna go, can I show my firearm? Those are the same guidelines that you have to follow. So if you are not, if they're just, yelling at you like Michael Draca did, she would not be able to, show her firearm because she is not.
She does not have a legal right to use a gun.
Yes.
Marquise did not have a legal right to use a gun.
Yes.
Michael Draca did not have a legal right to use a gun. I heard something really interesting, Tiffany, and it just goes to show like how evil people are. Mm-hmm. So this guy was driving. And he's like, probably a little bit older than me, 40, 45 or whatever. Gets into a road rage incident with this woman. And the woman dials 911. And the cops come and they pull this guy over. And then the woman's like behind him, right? And the cop said, get out of your car. Where's the gun? Where's the gun? And the guy's like, I don't have a gun. And he's like, shut up. Where's the gun? And then, so the cops get him. And they're like, hey, listen, you were involved in a road rage incident, yes? And he's like, yes. And he said, the woman called and said, you pointed a gun at her. And he said, well, I have a concealed carry permit, but I don't have my gun with me today. And the guy's like, okay, I got to search the car. So the cop went, searched the car, could not find a gun. This woman lied.
Wow.
Lied about it. And thank God, this guy had a 360 dash cam. And he was like, officer, I've got a dash cam right here. You can watch the entire thing. Cop watch it, and he's like, nowhere in here did this man talk about a gun, show a gun, nothing.
So what happens to her?
I would hope that people like that go to prison. Because that, imagine...
false accusation? Because this is the thing. If she did it to him, she will do it again.
Oh, yeah.
And the next guy ain't going to be so lucky.
So if that guy would have had a gun on him and no dash cam, he would have been screwed. There would be no evidence. It would be your word against that lady.
There would be so many lawyer fees and
all because of a scumbag, low-end person.
Wow. That.
Okay, Carl says
you need to get your dash cam hooked up.
Yeah, I know. Carl says, do you think Florida will pass constitutional carry? Yeah, I think it will pass. When it will pass is the question that everybody's asking, right? I think for sure it'll be within 5 years, constitutional carry will probably pass in Florida. Wow, that was some dead spot. I was hoping you were going to pick up on something, but no.
Oh, no, sorry. I was reading this big thing from 2A Firearm. Okay. So he's saying it can be prohibited by the owner for a casino. So same thing, but it's considered private property. Casinos are considered private property. Florida does not prohibit. This is the thing that I wonder, though, is this is saying a casino, which I understand a casino, but it's specifically a Indian reservation casino, which are different. They are different than a regular casino.
They fall under Florida law, and they are not prohibited under Florida law, which is why we all think that they should be allowed. Okay. However, because it has never gone to court, we do not have a judge's interpretation of that.
Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying, Ryan.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome very much. You're welcome very much.
And I like the way that you say it. This is the way Ryan talks to me all the time. Florida law says that.
Florida statute 790.06.
No, you don't say it like that. You do not say it like that.
Okay, so some people are asking about Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't know what's going on with Kyle Rittenhouse. I know that I've seen some pictures of him at bars and stuff, celebrating stuff.
Oh, so he's out? Oh,
yeah, he bonded out, but it could take a while. You got to think, you remember that movie theater shooting that happened in Wesley Chapel? That was 6-7 years ago. And that still has not gone to trial.
Yeah.
I don't understand why this process takes so long, but, and that's also why using a firearm in self-defense is such a big deal. Could you imagine having to wait, the stress and the pressure of waiting 5-7 years to actually go to trial to determine whether you're going to go to prison or not? But man, just give me the trial. Let's get this over with and move on.
Tom Cigars is saying it exactly. You're mansplaining to me.
Mansplaining.
Super annoying. Mansplaining. Okay. Have you guys seen the anti-gun mayor, the city of Rochester, New York, charged with 2 illegal firearms? No, but that's really funny.
That's awesome. I think it's great.
I love when that happens.
Just I love all of these Democrats from Texas that allegedly had been vaccinated. They all just caught COVID.
Oh, okay. So they weren't vaccinated?
Right. So you've been telling everybody that you're vaccinated because that's what everybody's supposed to do in your opinion. But then you yourself are not getting vaccinated. And here's the thing.
Be authentic.
You want to get vaccinated? Get vaccinated. If you don't, then
I don't care.
Don't lie to me and tell me that you're vaccinated when you're really not.
Yeah, be authentic. I mean, just be you. Do you if you don't think that...
Really? Because like 10 seconds ago, you said you didn't like me. I'm apparently mansplaining.
No, I don't... I'm not saying that if you're authentic, I'll like you.
Okay.
But I'm just saying people should be authentic, especially people in politics, because what I've kind of found out is you're going to get caught.
You're going to get caught. Dude.
Somewhere, somebody is gonna catch you doing something. Like in today's world, there's no hiding from anything. Yeah. You just got to put it out there. You got to just tell the truth. You got to just tell people.
Yeah.
Listen, I slept with a prostitute once.
I like to put nipple clamps on at night.
Whatever's your thing, you got to just put it out there, because once you put it out there, they can't use it against you. You know, Ryan openly shares. He crapped himself before.
No, did you want to tell him what happened today?
What happened today?
So I go for a walk.
Oh, no, gosh, no. Rick, just stop. Stop right there. Okay, next question. Ryan, sometimes you just need to be censored.
You said be authentic, and then like 10 seconds later, you're like, no, don't tell him that.
Oh, my God. Go ahead, tell him. I don't care, but you're disgusting.
No, listen, man. I was out exercising this morning. I was like, you know what?
I can't. I gotta go.
I might not make it home right now. So went to the woods and, dropped a deuce. Tiffany can't even handle it. Okay. Let's focus on this. Not a big difference between 22, 380, or 9.
Are you serious? You're just gonna go from that to a question? This is the thing. You see the Team Tiffany shirt? The reason I was waiting is because the Team Ryan shirt that I'm gonna give you is it's gonna be a guy pooping in the woods, and it's gonna say, "I just dropped a douche." Team Ryan.
Like, do you ever get the look on your dog's face where my dog's looking at me like, "What are you doing?" Holding on to a tree, right? Trying to lean back.
It's so disgusting. Listen, I don't know. I just don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand, because Ryan has a pooping problem. When he has to poop, he has to poop. It's just like when he has to eat. So, like, I'll, kind of get hungry. I'm kind of hungry. Maybe I could eat. Maybe I'm not. Keep working. Kind of hungry. This is Ryan. Like, I'm hungry. I'm going to pass out. I got a headache. I'm going to lay down. Give me something to eat.
I've never done that.
Yeah, and then you're like, I'm like, okay, I'm making you a sandwich. Like, it's going to take me all of 30 seconds. And you're like, opening up an orange. This is you. And you're all like panicky. And the same with pooping. Like, I'm like, oh, might have to poop.
Do you remember?
But you're like, I'm going to poop. And then you like, if you are not at a toilet, like, you are going to crap yourself. Like, what is wrong with you? Do you not? Like,
First of all,
wait a minute. I think maybe you need to do like those where you suck in to strengthen your like butt or something.
Like, what are those things called
Kegels.
that women do?
Yeah, Kegels.
So you do that for your butthole?
Yeah, I think that's what you need to do.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Mike said he hit the woods this morning on the side of I-75.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, bro, I was walking and I was like, all right, dude, I'm not going to make it home. Like, I'm not. And I know that if I keep walking, I'm going to run out of woods. And then I'm screwed. Then I'm going to be like pooping in somebody's nice manicured lawn, which is a lot worse. So I was walking by the railroad tracks and I was like, just walk like 50 feet on the railroad tracks. There's bushes right there.
This is what I want to know from you guys.
Only me and my dog will ever know this happened.
This is what I want to know from you guys. If you seen a viral video on YouTube, man caught pooping, would you still follow us? This is what I want to know. Would you still follow the Ryan G? Would you give him a different name? How would you react if this happened?
It's a picture of me like in the woods like this. Maybe that's the shirt we got to make. It's me like, oh shit, the freaking jogger.
Literally, shit.
Jogger with their family just walk by, trying to stay still like a deer. Maybe they won't see me.
Tiffany, do you carry a pooper scooper when you guys are out? I don't know, but it looks like I'm going to have to start because I have just never had this problem. I'm older than you. I'm 41. Am I 41? Yeah, I am. I'm 41 years old. I have never had to stop somewhere to poop. Like I could always wait till I got home or whatever.
I saw this post on social media the other day. It was so funny. And the headline said, "How do you poop in the shower?" And it showed two options: a person just pooping on the floor, and
are kidding,
and smashing it into the grate.
Oh!
And then another person pooping it in their hand and then reaching out of the shower and dropping it in the toilet.
You are joking.
And I was like,
tell me you have never.
I've never. The comments in this post were amazing.
Oh, did other people do it?
Allegedly.
You're kidding.
It's kind of like an upper decker. You know what an upper decker is?
No, I don't know what an upper decker is, but I'm afraid to ask.
It's when you poop in the water tank up top and you just leave it for somebody.
Who would do that?
Somebody who's awesome.
Shut up. You never did that.
I've never done it.
Oh,
you have to do it at a Waffle House.
Well, I would hope that you wouldn't do that in your own freaking house. I mean, come on.
Okay.
It's called waffle stomping. Oh my gosh, this person actually knows what it's called. And that kind of makes sense because the grate is like with the X's, waffles. Wow. I did not know that there was such a thing as this.
We've reached a new level.
We have reached a new level. Okay. So I'm going to make a waffle stomping t-shirt.
Okay.
Wow.
Some people are saying new topic. That's fine.
Yeah, new topic.
I agree.
All right. Yeah, put toilet paper in your car. That's probably a good idea. I think if you're in your car, you're probably okay, right? Because you just stop somewhere.
Yeah, Carl just drive somewhere, right? You know, it only happens because I am exercising and then whatever, so.
Yeah. Okay, depends on who cleans the bathroom. No, I think under no circumstances are you allowed to. Oh, Dan did that in school, the upper decker. He did it at school.
That is awesome, Dan. I like you even more, buddy.
Okay, what's a good 360 dash cam? Good question. We don't actually have one.
Oh, I did buy one. It's
was
sitting
that a
on my desk
360
over there.
though?
Yeah, that's what I bought.
Yeah, but we can't give you a review on it. It was honestly, it was an Amazon one. It was probably like a
It's like $100.
China one or something. We don't have
everything's China.
We don't have a recommendation, but if somebody has a good dash cam 360, can you post it in the what you got in the comments? And Chris, you can see those. Okay. Any news on changes to Florida's open carry laws? No,
Nope.
There's nothing.
No changes. Nothing's ever even been proposed, really. So, like, yeah, there's always, and maybe I'm wrong with that, actually. There maybe were some changes to it before with the Second Amendment Preservation Act. There was some stuff with open carry, maybe. But I just think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough.
Yeah. Okay. So, let me see. Should be in the cover of a new book. Okay, I have a 3-camera dash cam video in the front, cabin, and rear. It's a Vanture N4. Cool. Michelle,
Nice.
Do you like it? Okay.
Okay, Marcel.
It's 7:53, so we got
constitutional carry a good thing?
two more questions. Go.
I think all things have positives and negatives. I think the positive of constitutional carry is that it is our right.
Yeah.
The government should not be taxing or regulating the way that they are, something that is a God-given right that should have never been allowed to happen. Mm-hmm. And that's just really it. I think the negative of constitutional carry is that we train so many people. I'm able to see a very wide spectrum of who comes in. And frankly, most of these people do not have the proper mindset.
Yeah.
And people say things to me a lot. They say, you know, before I took your class, I thought I was allowed to shoot somebody in this situation, and I realize now that I'm not.
Yeah, and I don't know. There are some people that, like the responsible people, are going to read the laws. They're going to pick up a book.
They're already going to do it.
They're going to watch the videos. You know, they're going to go on YouTube. They're going to figure some stuff out. But there's also a large portion of those people that are not going to do any of that. They're literally just going to get their permit and start carrying their gun. Those are the same people that buy a gun and walk out on the gun range without ever holding a gun and being like, oh, I'm just going to start shooting without knowing anything. And then they're swinging the gun around. They're bringing it out of the line, all kinds of stuff.
We already have such a major issue in the firearms community, and that issue is 90 to 95% of people that own guns don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I can say that honestly. because we train thousands and thousands of people every year.
Yeah.
90 to 95% of people do not have a clue.
Although the people that are coming
doing.
with us are probably beginners and stuff. However, we're just saying,
but it's
so there's positive and negatives. It's like saying, you know, if you gave someone if someone could just start driving a car without going through any driving courses, right? If they didn't have a driver's test, let's say, they could just, when they're 16, get their driver's license and they weren't forced to take any class or any test. How good of a driver would they be? How would they train themselves the proper way? Would they actually look up on the internet? What do all these signs mean? What does the merge mean? Would they do that? Or would a lot of them just wing it and see what happens? A lot of them would just wing it. So then you're going to have more car accidents, more issues, more people in the news saying, you know, so dangerous, because people aren't taking that time to learn. So like anything, there's negatives and positives.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Katora. All right, we are out of time.
Giveaway? Are we doing a giveaway?
Yeah, we're doing a giveaway. Yeah, of course.
Okay, copy my book, Florida Concealed Carry Law. New York Times calls it.
What the heck? What was that? Okay, copy of my book, Florida Concealed Carry Law. What the heck was that?
I don't know. I'm excited.
All right, comment down below if you want a copy of Ryan's book.
Some people have called it the Holy Grail of firearms training.
Okay.
Others have called it the better than the Bible.
Oh,
somebody
be
called it.
Quiet. Seriously? Okay. This is maybe a good time while we're waiting for people to say this. Why don't you let people know what we're talking about doing after our miracle morning?
Okay, so what we are talking about doing, and maybe we'll just do it tomorrow since we're already bringing this up.
No, remember my personality? I need time. You like to just do things, but I need times to process. I need to think about it for a little bit. I need to breathe.
So we do a Bible study together, me and Tiff, every morning. I think we're just going to do it on a live stream. I know I've talked about this before. I'm curious if anybody would be interested in watching that. We'll probably do it
It'll
pretty
be
early.
super early in the morning, like 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So again, it'll replay like online, but
like a 10-minute live where we just read our Bible. We won't read our Bible on the live. We'll just talk about what we read in the Bible. So 10-minute little devotional, just Ryan and I doing this, talking about something we read in the Bible.
Yeah, because we're already doing it at the kitchen table.
Yeah, we're doing it at the kitchen table.
We might as well record this because it's freaking awesome.
It's pretty funny so this is not Bible school. This is not go to church. This is two people, imperfect, talking about our perspective on what we just read in the Bible. So, yeah, we might be doing it. Thank you. Will says, yes, Bible study sounds great. America needs it. Very cool. Marcel says, I'll be driving, but I'll definitely listen on the way to work. Awesome. Yeah, so we're thinking about doing it. Gloria says, awesome
I'm not thinking about
idea.
Nothing. I think we just do it.
Actually,
tomorrow.
Honestly, we've been thinking about it for like over a year. We've been talking
what the hell
about
are we
it, but we
thinking
keep
about?
putting it off because it's a touchy subject, and you know what it is? I'm worried about people just attacking me like, oh, that's not what it says. Oh, you can get some of those
people attack us anyway, Tiffany.
Some of those super religious
we rack the
people,
slide on a gun.
That I know. Some of the super, religious people, though, sometimes can be a little bit. So let's see the Bible show. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. So watch. I think, though, we have to do it on another channel. So you guys will have to follow us. Maybe Ryan will put the link somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. It'll probably be called Ryan and Tiffany.
Ryan and Tiffany Bible study because we like to keep it. Oh, Jason says he'd watch it. Kit says, sure, why not? Awesome. Oh, Redneck Prepper says, I'm in. Miles, love the idea. Oh, looks, we're actually maybe we should do it on this channel then. Huh.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And we are working on a membership thing, so we're working on it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go with Charles Hilton. Charles Hilton, you just won a copy of Ryan's
contest
book.
Started.
Yes. You can send an email to winner@tampacarry.com. Right there. You can see it on the screen. winner@tampacarry.com. Send the email with your name and mailing address, and I'll get that shipped out to you right away. My dad just sent me a message.
Is it about me pooping in the woods?
It's something about somebody taking a dump.
Tiffany's dad is awesome, but he gets embarrassed. So if you guys have ever seen the video of me where I was on the boat and I was in the little leopard Speedo, Tiff's dad was there And it was funny. I was like rubbing lotion all over me and stuff, filming this video. It was awesome to see the like panicked look in his eyes as he watched me.
So my dad, so he's embarrassed, so he won't post this in the comments, but this is what he wrote to me. This guy told me he was out moose hunting. He needed to take a dump. So he stepped off the trail. He was taking a dump, and then another group walked by, looked at him and said, "Good morning." And he said, "Good morning."
Yeah, like what do you say at that point, right?
Oh,
hello,
gosh.
my lady.
Okay, USA, what happened to your prayer? Yes, Bible morning with Tiffany and Ryan. Okay.
Yeah, we need a name,
Listen,
man.
we need a name. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to give a T-shirt away to the winner.
Not a Team Tiffany
No,
T-shirt.
no. Right now, okay, listen. Right now, you're going to do two things, okay? I'm going to give a Team Tiffany T-shirt out. All you have to write is Team Tiffany. If you want to win a T-shirt, you pick any T-shirt on our website. I even put up like an extra 10 T-shirts the other day, so we got like 70 now. You have to post a morning show Bible study name for our group right there.
Bible Reflections with Tiffany and Ryan.
Okay, so go now, and the one that we see, I'm not going to say we're going to use it because we might find something else after.
Bible and Bullets. Now, here's the thing. So this is not going to be, like, I'll still talk about guns, but this isn't going to be like a gun-related channel.
Yeah, and I don't even know if we're going to do it on Tampa Carry, if we're going to start.
Oh, no, it'll be a separate channel.
Yeah, it'll be a separate channel.
Yeah.
This is why, because everything gets, kind of squashed in Tampa Carry because it's gun. So we'll start a separate channel, so it won't have Tampa Bible Carry. Oh, that's interesting because they put the carry at the end.
Bible and Breakfast.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's interesting.
How about Keeping It Real with Ryan and Tiffany?
Oh, keeping it real.
You like that?
Did you make that up?
I
I'm
just
not
made
giving.
that up.
I'm not giving you a T-shirt.
No,
if
I don't
somebody
want a
else
t-shirt.
wants to
I'll make my
comment
own
that.
t-shirt. Keeping It Real. Thoughts with G Money and Pickle. Jeff pays attention. He's a team player right there.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh.
Morning Warriors. That's interesting. What's up, Morning Warriors? Shit,
Ungodly hour to be up for Bible study.
Yeah, but
Morning
we want to do
Warriors.
this. We'll do it as a podcast too, so you guys
Ooh,
can
I
listen
like
to it
them.
whenever
Morning
you want to
Warriors.
wake up, right?
Who said that? Who said that?
I don't know. I'm going to buy the URL real quick before one of you scumbags steals from me.
Morning Warriors. Who do you see that?
I don't know.
How did you find
I'm
that?
racing time right now, Tiffany.
Irwin.
Racing time. Oh my gosh, that URL morningwarriors.com is $1,000.
$1,300. I'm not buying it.
I might buy it because that's a dope
We're
name.
not. Bible
Morning
and bagels.
Warriors.
Hey,
That's
then
a
I can
brand right there.
Bible and bagels. Then I can eat a bagel on the show.
Ah, man.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the winner for the Team Tiffany T-shirt. It has to say
I don't even know
Team
who said
Tiffany on there.
Ryan
I did.
versus
Irwin.
Tiffany.
Okay, Team Tiffany is going to go to. I gotta find a Team Tiffany one here.
Okay, Irwin Acevedo.
Team Tiffany is going to go to Miles Rose on Facebook. Miles Rose. Please send me an email to winner@tampacarry.com right there and just write Team Tiffany T-shirt. Tell me your size. So all the way from small up to 3XL and then your mailing address and I'll ship that out to you. Okay. So I think, is that the winner? Is the, what was it called?
Morning Warriors.
Morning Warriors.
I think that's dope, man.
I do too. I really like it.
Like we could sell one
Ooh,
of our
bacon and Bibles. Yeah, that's pretty good too. I kind of like that.
Bible Babble with Tampa Carey. Okay, a little bit.
Bible Babble.
Bible thumping with Ryan and Tiffany. I gotta tell you, I ain't a Bible thumper though.
I kind of like Bible Babble.
Bible Babble?
Because it's kind of just Babble. That's what we're going to be doing.
Nah, man. That's not a brand. We're talking about building a global economic superpower.
This is we haven't even started this yet. And
No, we haven't started it. I'm already 20 years in the future, Tiffany. I'm way past you, all right? We're going to have T-shirts. We're going to have stadiums. Like, they're going to be calling it, not the Amalie Arena. It's going to be Morning Warriors Stadium.
OTR Own Racer. Yes, except I don't even know how to say that word. what is this?
It?
Yeah, I think it's like...
Coffee Kachekatsum.
Yeah, Ryan and I are both terrible spellers, so we wouldn't do good with that
Tampa Relevators.
That's kind of cool.
No, it needs to be.
God and Grover. Yes, Jennifer Becker.
We'll call it Regulators. You guys remember that song? It was a Warren G song Regulators.
Bible and
Mount up.
pickles. Warriors
That could
in
be
the
our
morning.
theme song in the morning. We'll get sued, but that's
Morning
all right.
Warriors. Was that what it was? Morning Warriors?
Morning
Okay.
Warriors.
Yeah, that's the winner. So, Irvin, what was his name?
Acevedo.
Irwin. Yeah, like Anita and Enos. Hey, are you related by any chance to Anita and Enos? Because
Is that their last
they're
name?
really good friends with that. Yeah, they have the same last
Acevedo.
name.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
understand that that's like a very common name
I
in the
know, but you
Latino culture.
But you never know. Maybe they are.
Are you saying all Latinos are related?
Gosh, Ryan,
It's
no.
pretty racist.
Okay, so put up the thing. So, Irvin,
What
you
thing?
can send an email to right there, winner@tampacarry.com, and just say that you're the winner of, you can go on our website and pick any t-shirt under the shop tab.
Rob, morning deuces. Then we got to sit on the toilet when we're doing it. The Bible
Okay,
says.
catechism. Thank you. That helps me very much. Sorry, that's...
Yeah, we can't name our show something that we don't know how to say.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird things in business.
And one of the things that... he says, no, I'm not related, although... I thought I was the only one. Nope, you're not the only one. There's lots. Cloaks, foes, and short. So we're going to actually look through all these comments later because there might be other good ones. But Irvin, go ahead. Irwin. I keep saying Irvin. It's Irwin. Sorry. I didn't look at your name quickly. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you very, very much for tuning in for another Monday Night Live.
The greatest.
The greatest.
Monday Night Live.
Yes. And
this
we
side
will
of the
see
Mississippi.
You. We will see you maybe this week. Watch for a post from Ryan to subscribe to a new channel, something like Morning Warriors.
I'm going to set it all up tonight.
And I'm going to get going on the graphics.
Because we don't take shit standing still.